Hi, this is Alan Moore and I'm in Las Vegas at the TUCON 2012 conference, and I'm speaking to Matt Howland, who is the Vice President of the Loyalty Lab, which was just recently bought over by TIBCO, and I'm just about to talk to him about what Loyalty Lab's been doing. Matt, welcome. Now that Loyalty Lab is part of TIBCO, what difference is that now making to your company?
If you look at the direction that marketing's gone in the last century, it's really gone to more and more science and less art, and now moving actually into math. And that math has to be applied at scale, and to do that you need technology. TIBCO for the longest time has been, really the de facto player in real-time technology. Pairing with them as part of the acquisition really helped us drive real-time marketing and real-time engagement, and that's really the programs of the future are going to be this, what I said earlier, which was one-on-one conversations at scales of millions, right? That's what the brand marketers are really trying to do, and that's what TIBCO's technology combined with ours really allows us to do.
Matt, when most people think of loyalty programs, they tend to think of stamps or collecting points, and I think the business has moved on since then. Would you like to tell me what's happening now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing. In 200 years, not much evolved. You went from stamps to punches to points, right? It didn't move a whole lot. In the last 5 to 10 years, it's really kind of gone at warp speed, and really everything's changed. And if you look at the type of programs we're doing today, they may have an element of that point or accrual structure, but that's one small element. They might also address the status element, or they might address flexibility element, right? All the different pieces of how you can interact with the customer and how you can get them to more deeply engage with your brand by, at the end of the day, providing them value. And the programs we're seeing today are those that do it across the broad spectrum to give each customer what they're looking for in terms of engagement.
With all the new technology coming in, and there's changes seem to be happening every week, where do you see loyalty programs going in the future?
Yeah, obviously with the advent of the new technologies out there's a lot of things that people aren't using. Mobile is a great example of that. There's a lot of people that might have a mobile application or they might have a mobile website, but that's not really taking advantage of what's truly in people's pocket. If you look at a smartphone today, it's really a geosensory aware supercomputer, right? And it's one of those devices that can send information and send context and content both directions. So once people truly start leveraging that, right, to figure out where you are, what you're doing, who your friends are, and apply that through a permission-based manner, which is actually beneficial to the customer, that's going to truly change the way that brands interact with their customers. The other side is social. If you look at social, take Facebook for example, there's a lot of people who are using it as a one-way push mechanism. They're putting up their information on Facebook for people to consume. That's not really social. That's just another web asset, right? Social is about the conversation. And it's about capturing that conversation and influencing that conversation. So as we see more of that going on and more of that capture in terms of how do I get those people who are really my brand advocates to talk and speak up and profess their love for my brand, and how do I quickly address those that are detracting from the brand, right? So actually, how do I manage that conversation? Both of those are channels that are going to quickly adapt. I'd say the final piece is kind of the thing that's going to be invented in 5 years. 5 years ago, we wouldn't have been having a conversation anything like this. And at the pace of technology today, I think there's going to be some very interesting new opportunities in the next 5 years. So what you really need at the bottom of that is a technology stack that can look at that next new thing, treat it as an interaction between a customer and a brand, and figure out how to change that interaction in the direction you want it to go.
Matt, thank you for spending time with AdAsia.